Well, good evening, everyone. And just like that, we are live again. I guess it's going to be a triple, almost quadruple live stream a day as we've got the launch of GPS 3 tomorrow morning. But yes, we are live. It is the landing pad. We are an hour late, but that is because we have had our ISS spacewalk coverage today. And then just a couple hours after that, we covered the Shenzhou 12 launch, but we can't miss the landing pad. This is our weekly night hangout that you guys name the landing pad, where we come, just answer questions, play Kerbal, we fly your crafts, and just talk about everything space flight, and STEM, and answer anything that you guys want to talk about. So if you have questions or topics you want to talk about tonight, feel free to drop those in the chat. I'm going to play some Kerbal here this evening, play some of your crafts, play a couple of Falcon 9 crafts, and we'll just go from there. We probably won't do a full 5 or 6 hour stream like we normally do. It seems. I think our record's 4 and a bit, almost 5. But we might do a little bit here, but we didn't want to miss this because we love getting to connect with you guys, hear what you guys want to talk about, and things like that. So welcome, Mehatap, New Watts. Good evening. I totally need to go to bed, though. No worries, New Watts. New Watts, thanks again for the support during the last stream. Thanks for dropping in here. Even that is a support. So we'll hang out here for a little bit, answer some questions, play some Kerbal, and then go from there. We do these every Wednesday night generally. We've been looking at maybe doing them some other nights of the week as well, just randomly, because we want to make sure we have times available for everyone to come and hang out. But what a day. The ISS installed the iRosa solar array, or at least the first part of it. Not the best spacewalk we've ever seen. Number of errors happening along the way where they had to stop and troubleshoot the spacesuits a couple of times, and then they ended up trying to deploy iRosa. It didn't work, but because of the spacesuit delay, they actually ran out of time, so they just had to strap it all down and either save it for the next spacewalk, which is scheduled for Sunday, or they might have to completely schedule a third spacewalk to complete that. And then we had China just returned to the I keep saying the International Space Station. No, they are heading to their new space station. They just launched their first crew since November 2016. So excited for them to be on their way. They are expecting to rendezvous and dock with their space station in about 5.5 hours from now. So depending if we are still awake, we might try to bring that to you live. If not, we will do a flash update for that. But I'm going to just pull up Kerbal here. We're going to answer some questions and just go from there for that. Now, you should be able to hear the... Let me switch this. There we go. Should be able to partly hear Kerbal through my mic. The audio is not typed directly in, but let me know if the music's too loud or anything, and I can make adjustments. But let us know where you're watching from if you have any questions, and we will answer that there. And it looks like we are losing the sun. Looks like it's setting, and there it goes behind, or is it coming up? No, it's setting. So that's okay. We're going to do an evening Starlink launch here. Now, I haven't done a Starlink launch on one of the streams yet, because generally speaking, when I do, it crashes Kerbal. Something about it just doesn't like launching, those 60 satellites at one time. So we'll see if we can get it to work tonight. And if not, we will we'll go from there. But we'll just get this started, turned on here. We're going to use MechJeb here this evening. Start that launch, and it's on its way. If you have a Kerbal craft that you would like me to try out, feel free to send it in over on our Discord. Free to do so. I will download it and give it a try as well. If we can't get to it here tonight, we will try it, of course, on another stream as well. We've had some great ones from Marcus as well as from GA as well, so we might pull up some of those here this evening. Hey, Ruby, how's it going? More RAM? I've already got a lot of RAM. I can get more. I'm running 64 gigabytes right now, plus a 16 gigabyte graphics. Hey, Golden, again, for the third or fourth or fifth time today. Hey, Kaden, good to be back. Where did you get your Starship models on your... Oh, no, Siri,
I didn't get
no.
that.
Apparently, Kaden set off Siri somehow. It's okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, where do you get the Starship models on the shelf there? Yeah, so these models behind me, as well as the Crew Dragon that is on this side, and the Starhopper on that side, are all from a really awesome group called Bohimzo. They're over on the Etsy shop. They're really incredible models, and they're really well affordable as well. If you go to the channel on our reviews, build and reviews playlist, we have a quick view at each of those and a link to the Bohimzo shop. But let me just grab one here and give you a shot. Let's just pull one of these up here. And we'll just let the dragon do its thing. There's one of those models there. Really awesome, really great detail on the bottom there. But those are from Bohimzo, super awesome friends of the channel. We appreciate them, getting these off to us when we were getting set up for the studio. And they've got so many options, though. Not sponsored in any way. I bought these models, but they have some super awesome options. They've got the Perseverance rover lander. They got Orion. They've got a whole bunch of different things. They got Falcon 9s, Falcon Heavies. Definitely check them out over on Etsy. They're really quick shipping, and the packaging was incredible. Like, these are fragile, and the only model that has any damage is a couple feet, and that's because I dropped it. But it made it from Florida to the other side of North America. So really incredibly packaged, and it was easy just to put those feet back on with just a little bit of glue as well. But check those out. Definitely awesome there. There we go. Put that model back on the shelf. There we go. We're going to let this float here and answer some questions, because you see we got some coming in here. Saw the China and Russia moon base video. Very interesting. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening with that. I mean, there's quite a bit of time between now and when they think they'll actually get their crews there, but it's definitely picking up. Falcon 9 is trying to do a boost back burn without separation. Yeah, it's doing something. I'm not too sure what. Let's actually try. How's this? If I do this, let me turn this way. Hey, there we go. Let's try that. That's different. And then it looks like I'm not cheating at the game at all, because you can't see any of my mech jeb on the side. It's fantastic. Might have found our new landing pad layout. But yeah, they have some super awesome ones. Check them out. Is the Saturn V from them as well? No, the Saturn V is actually the Lego Saturn V that goes along with the Space Shuttle, the ISS, and the Apollo lander. And then the bigger shuttle is a retired set from Mega Bloks, so kind of like knockoff Lego in the early days. It came out in 2002, and that is their Space Shuttle set that we just finished. We might be doing a second one, depending if we can get our bigger studio set up in the summer, but super great builds. But that is the Lego Saturn V. We are working on getting affiliate links for everything. So if you want to pick up any of the Lego models through Amazon, if you join our Discord, we've got a new channel in there that has like links and promos. Once we get those links all set up, if you go on there and purchase there, you get the awesome model, but it also helps out the channel. So win-win. Groovy, I dropped my Lego Apollo rocket when I was giving a demonstration. That's why I don't pick it up anymore. This one has flown a couple too many times, and I will not lie, there is one piece on the back that is missing that I don't know where it went in the studio. But one day it'll show up. I haven't dropped the ISS yet, knock on wood. But I have dropped the Apollo a couple times as well. They're very fragile, but they're very detailed, so they're well worth it. Yeah, they look good. I don't know what this Falcon 9 is doing. It thinks it's out of fuel. It was only going to a... Okay, we're going to restart this. That's doing a really weird layout and orbit and everything. There we go. That's just opening up. If you are in our Discord, feel free to jump on over into live comms and join the conversation in there. It's just what I do, different things than that. And the way, well, shout out to Nathan for joining the Discord as well. Welcome. It's great to have you. There we go. We're going to try this again here. But yeah, there's some super awesome models out there. We're working on some other ones that we've got some partners with that we're excited to be sharing with you guys here in the near future, where we got some discount codes as well. So hopefully we'll be bringing those to you guys in the very near future. Who could Nathan be? I don't know. Probably just, some random person. Found the Discord link on Reddit or something. It's good to see you, Nathan. Thanks for joining. Now the Discord. Who is Nathan? If you weren't with us last week for the landing pad, you missed out on me doing the Macarena. Definitely go back and check that out. Wasn't with music or anything, but Nathan. Oh, I love it. That's gonna be one of my more jokes. So this is going off. We are gonna separate it a little early. We were not gonna actually rescue the booster, I don't think. It might have a smart core. We could try. That was a mistake. Oh no. That was a big mistake. Oh no. Well, we still got up. More than can be said for some space agencies. So the China launch went well. It was three and a half hours, I think, of coverage. They had a really great English broadcast, which was really good. Everything is fine. Everything's totally fine. Exactly. It's just Starlink. But yeah, it's good. Groovy Grub. I'm going to call you Grub because I'm probably going to always say it wrong, unless you tell me which way to say it. Before you got started, were you a fan of other YouTube channels? Absolutely. Space YouTube channels and other YouTube channels. Still a big fan of a number of them. Once you kind of get onto the back end of the YouTube game, per se, you definitely learn some things. And, you start to, not question, but understand why channels do things, maybe understand why they don't do things, wonder why they don't do things. So definitely changes it there, which is just like any industry when you kind of pull back the curtain and get to go behind the scenes. But yeah, many channels, watched Everyday Astronaut, NASA Spaceflight, Lab Padre, all of them. Was really great getting to connect with Mary Liz Bender of Cosmic Perspectives as part of our Inspiration 4 coverage, as she was one of the competitors, and just get to hear her story and her journey on getting to Cosmic Perspectives. If you missed that, you can check that out. Also, our interview with Jared. Found out a lot of you don't know that exists, so go back, check it out. We had the first exclusive interview, one-on-one with Jared Isaacman, the commander and benefactor of Inspiration 4, about 36 hours after he announced it. The only other interview he had done at the time that we know of was the one with is it Day TV? Ooh, should know. Today, that's it. Who's been doing kind of their announcements. And we were lucky enough to just really get to sit down with him and ask him a bunch of questions. We found out that they were going to be using Resilience. They're going to be renaming it. A bunch of things. So definitely check that out. And we're hopefully sitting down with the whole crew here. But yeah, watched a lot of different YouTubers and then non-space YouTubers as well. Quite a few that I follow. Who inspired you? Ooh. I mean, there was quite a few that like I always really enjoyed. I think there's a difference also between some of the channels now and maybe how they were a year ago versus even 3 years ago as well. That has changed as well. So like, you know, right now and through the pandemic, I watched a whole lot of Overlook Horizon and a whole lot of Space News Pod. And then like everybody, you always had the live feed of kind of Starbase on and stuff as well. But it depends what I was watching when trying to watch. I would watch, like when I was watching SpaceX launches, I wasn't watching streamers, I just watched SpaceX type of thing. So, and I wouldn't necessarily always watch the entire thing. I was always busy with work. So now that this is part of one of my jobs, one of them, I'm excited that I get to sit here and watch this and hang out with you guys and have it as part of just what I do. And that's thanks to you guys. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you guys. But yeah, who inspires you guys? Who's your favorite space YouTube channel? You better say me. No, I'm kidding. Does JAXA make rockets? I don't believe so. Do they? Does JAXA have a rocket? Yes, they've done cargo. Have they done a crew? Let me look. I'm looking this up. They've done cargo. Yeah, no crew. Because only US, China, and Russia have done crew. But yes, they've had a number of... a number of missions. They've had a couple that were lost, a couple that were failed, and then a bunch that were decommissioned. There's only 2 of them that are currently still being used that are JAXA satellites. One launched in 1992 and the other in 2002. The one that launched in 2002 was only supposed to last 7 years, but it's still going. Nice. And then they have a bunch of joint stuff, of course, because of NASA and those things. But yes. You know what? I like both you and the Angry Astronaut for covering the space stories that few other channels talk about. That's awesome. Yeah, I've watched a few of the Angry Astronauts videos. See, I think one-on-one sit-down Angry Astronaut. I mean, that could be fun. We'll answer your questions. Be interesting. Have to have a good topic to sit down over, though. Or we could just do topic of space. That'd work, too. Matt Lown, Scott Manley, Everyday Astronaut. Those are the first space YouTubers that come to mind. Yep. Yeah, those are the main... It's interesting, that order. That is not the order I think I would have put them in of what first come to mind, but there's so many now. Like, you know, it's like, you know, who do you like? Do you like following the Kerbal, the Space News, the live launch, the Starship? You kind of get your pick, which is really nice. So I appreciate that you guys have picked us, and I am one of the Launchpad's one of your channels that you know and trust, and that would be, we thank you for that. You got to choose something to be angry about. How can I be angry? I'm Canadian. Do you think that the bill that passed the Senate bails out Blue Origin or NASA? I think it protects NASA more than anything. Kind of bails them out that they get the money that they actually wanted. We'll see if it actually goes to Blue Origin or not. We'll see if they actually get through the House. Some people are thinking the House might rip that amendment out, which would kind of stop all of it. But we'll have to wait and see. Gee, obviously my favorite YouTuber is... Okay, I'll translate that later. Grub, but they've scaled back. TMRO. Oh, are we re-entering? This is not... Why are we re-entering the atmosphere? This is not what is happening. Launch. Oh no. Okay, disengage autopilot. Radial out. We're gonna save it. It's okay. We've got this. We can save it. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Stabilizing. Falcon 9 second stage recovery. Is that what we want to try to do? I mean, we can try there. We're just going to ignore max temperatures. Google Translate equals space Tesla NASA. That sounds good. I don't have any favorites, to be honest, but at that time and moment, that makes sense. Absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, there's so many. It's hard to have a favorite. It might be favorite of the moment. Could you get the... Absolutely. Let me grab the link for you. That'll be even easier. I'll just drop the link for the video of that model, and then that will take you to their channel. And then if you do an order, we invite you, just drop in the chat that you could watch TLP video, just so they know that you came from us, and that would be awesome. And the company name is... And we'll grab the link here while our second stage is trying to recover. Yeah. But yeah, check them out. If you do get models from them, take pictures, drop them in the Discord, and share your stuff. Love to see what you guys pick up. Don't have everything. I've got a wish list of probably about 20 more things from them that hopefully we'll get over the next year or two. We'll see. Right now, the focus is getting to Florida in September. There we go. So we made it through somehow. I don't know if we're over land because it's dark. Maybe. What's in the jar today? Oh, I wish this was a fancy drink. It's not. It's just a Pepsi. Nothing exciting. Currently playing KSP on Xbox, though. Okay, yeah, awesome. I have not played it on anything other than a Mac, but apparently it's something to try. Apparently it's a different experience. So we're trying to apparently recover a Falcon 9 second stage with payload of 60 Starlink satellites. Totally normal. And ooh. That didn't work. That did not work. We're going to try to launch that again and do it properly this time. But yeah, if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat or topics you want to talk about, and we can answer those. If you have questions on any of the videos we've posted in the last couple of days as well, you can definitely drop those in the chat as well. I know we've dropped a few today. We'll have a few more tomorrow. And then our big Artemis guide to the Artemis Accords video. It's almost ready. Feel like so many of the big channels being, it's almost there. It's coming. It's almost, we're working hard on it. It's coming, I promise. It'll be worth it. It's going to be your unofficial official guide to everything Artemis Accords. New item out for the night. We'll see you later, Nathan. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out and for your super chat today. Give this a try here. We're just going to go manual. Up. Stabilize. Stabilize. Oh no. Oh no. This is the other thing that happens commonly with the Falcon 9 Starlink and Kerbal that I find. It just, occasionally just a couple spins. Why not? What are your thoughts about the Terran R? I think it's a really cool idea. I think 3D printing rockets makes sense for the future. Depending on the payload, we're going to just land this thing first. I'm going to give that a try. But I think it'd be interesting to see what happens with it. I think it's going to have to go under a lot of stress testing to prove that it can be done. But it's a really neat idea. It'll be exciting to have some more rockets hopefully launching a little more frequently other than just a Falcon 9. We've seen a lot of China launches. Not as many Soyuz as I feel like there was last year. But it'll be nice to have some more things to cover that aren't just Falcon 9s because they're getting pretty predictable. And there we go. Touchdown. Oh my. Really? You're going to fall over too? That's unfortunate. I think the game is just telling us not to fly a Starlink mission, but that's okay. Let's see, what should we fly? Should we do... Should we build something? What should we do? What do you guys think we should do? Should we build something? If so, what craft should I try to build? What should we do? So many options with Kerbal. Let's pull up. Oh, we can pull up that solar craft, and I can fly that. Build the Electron, maybe. Ooh, not sure. Do I have parts for it? Maybe. Built this one a couple days ago. Land something huge on the Mun. Like something like this big? Do you want this to land on the Mun? And see if you open it and put things in. Oh, it didn't save it. I used to have like a crew dragon in here. Here, we can put a couple. There's a new Shepard module. How we'll get new Shepard to space. We're gonna do a longer trip. We're gonna need some solar panels. Don't know where to put them. On the bottom. Starship size, starship to Duna. Okay, we want a starship. We can do a starship. We have a starship thanks to the amazing GA. Let me find it. I think it's this one. I think I solved one. Yep, should be it. Switch editor. Launch. And RCS and docking port to Starship. Ooh, that could be interesting. Add RCS. Doesn't Starship already have RCS? I thought it already had RCS. But we can do that once it lets me back in the game. Thinking, there we go. So you want me to go back in and add a docking port and RCS. That we can do. We're not going to try to recover the booster, I don't think, but we'll see. If we do, we might just do a splashdown. Let's just throw a capsule in it because we can. Where's a dragon? There. Dragon crew. There we go. And we need some RCS. Don't know where you would put it. That should be enough, I think. And then we're gonna need power as well. And I know we have a Starship one in here I found a couple days ago. I think, is it this one? No, not that one. I'm not seeing it. Sounds good, G. We'll see you later. Good luck on your exam. We'll just go with those for now. And why not? We'll put some crew on it too. Launch. There we go. You probably all heard that wonderfully in full surround sound. We're going to just switch to a somewhat dawn-ish. Yeah, right about there. There we go. RCS is on. 3, 2, 1. Epic surround sound. Headphone user warning maybe there. If you got that in surround sound, I just picture it. Look, 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 look. Oh, that'd be great. Apparently our oceans have drained and are empty. We have no water in the ocean. It's unfortunate. Do not know where the water went. Tsunami? Is there a tsunami off in the distance? We're probably too high to see it now. That's definitely what that looks like. Maybe they're pulling a Fortnite, or like they just destroy the map. I would love like a KSP meets Fortnite game. Like not with the killing side, but like the building and the like first person. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is our weekly night hangout, The Landing Pad. We're just hanging out, playing some Kerbal, answering your questions, talking about your topics, and things like that. Feel free to drop questions in the chat if you have them. James, it was shipped to the orbital habitat so the off-world populations can stay hydrated. The entire ocean? Can you imagine how many starships you would need for that? Now we're going to pretend that we don't. Let's... Oh. I'm going to hit set. We're going to switch. There we go. So Starship's on its way, and the booster has told itself to go. Golden, are you going to get any sleep? That's a good question. I kind of want to see the docking. And that's scheduled for like 4.5, 5 hours from now. So, not even. We've already been live almost an hour. Maybe, maybe not. I might be here, and we'll get it started. And we'll see how long it takes. I don't think it's going to be that long of a stream. Because they're planning to rendezvous. So I don't think it can be that long for them to... Like, they're going to probably start the stream sooner than when it actually, like they're probably not going to stream, like, 5 minutes before they dock. So we're keeping an eye on the CC or CGTN streams. They didn't really say anything, so we'll just... keep an eye out and see what happens. Starship is on its way. The booster is attempting to make a return. Marcus, Orange Guy, do you have it so YouTube can give you phone notifications? You didn't get a notification? I totally missed this. Sorry. You didn't get a notification for this one. Oh. It might have been that this wasn't scheduled. Yeah. Make sure you've hit subscribe and then next to it, you ring that bell. That helps. Interesting. Discord is saying they had the same thing. Join the Discord and I'll ping you. Yeah. Maybe they're like, you've already live streamed twice today. This is your third one. We're cutting you off. Plus, you published a video. Little do they know, they've got at least 2 more coming tomorrow and probably a video or at least 1 more tomorrow. Maybe 2 with the docu technically in the morning. And then there may or may not be a video tomorrow. It might be late tomorrow night. We have some flash updates to do. To deploy? How do I deploy these? Why aren't these deploying? Dude. Why aren't these deploying? These kind of need to go out. We're not infinite power on. We're not time warping. This is interesting. Do not know why those are not working, but that's going to cause some issues. With that, we're just going to switch to our starship and save it then. Where even is our star? Oh, our starship is already crashing. Switch to. Let's save it. Can we save it? It won't let us save it. Cannot switch to vehicles while vessels are in the air. But my other vessel's going to be in a minute too. Let's see. Will it save itself? We'll find out. How good is MechJeb? Starship's way up there, having issues. Oh, it's pivoting. Oh. Turning. Oh, now it's... How is it overheating now? We definitely missed the pad. Ooh, this does not look good. Let me know in the chat. Do you think we're going to land this? Or is this going to be like booster number 3/2 because we don't actually know what's happening? A big oof. Oh my. I love your optimism. Oh. Wait, I saw a deploy button. Where was the deploy button? Saw a deploy button. I don't know where. It won't be able to land, LOL. No optimist. There. Deploy. Oh. Well. That's unfortunate. Oh no. Oh no. I believe I can fly. That's yeah. LOL, wrong deployment. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little bit of the wrong deployment. Oh, it did. It did bounce. Oh, we had cheats on. doing some research to see if we can find out when this booster will... Ooh, we can do a countdown. Let's try a countdown. See, 10 seconds. Class of descent profile, 150. Engage. Well, there was no countdown there, but that's okay. Grub, this is supposed to be the landing pad. You might have to rethink the name. Rip. Yes, maybe a little. That's... like, I don't know. It makes no sense. Because they should deploy. They've deployed before. The crash pad. Ooh, ooh. There goes Starship. And we're just going to tell the... Oh, where is Starship going? Starship. Up. There, that's why. We have our vacuums on, not our Raptors. There we go. And I guess we have some sort of little flame attachments on the side, you know, just a little extra. I don't know. Check our booster. There goes Starship. We're just going to tell it to land somewhere, and we'll see if it does it. Should be going straight up, so it should be able to do it. And switch back because oh, they deployed. They deployed. Ah. Oh, you know what? I bet we were in trying to land every time we tried to deploy it, so it wasn't doing. See, we good. We saved the booster, and Starship's on its way. We good. We good. And our crew's just hanging out on the inside. Here comes the booster. And we'll turn off the cheat, so if it hits too hard, it dies. I'll turn the volume back on so you guys can hear it. Not just me. And look at that. Nice, soft, little touchdown. Bingo. Right next to where it took off. Now can we land another one on top of it? Now we need to. There's this one's just hanging out. We need to go back to our Starship though. Where's our Starship? Where's this? There it is. Oh, switch to quickly. We're almost at our apparatus. Next job should still be running on it, but thanks, James. Oh, that's what's burning. That's the Dragon Crew capsules, Super Dracos. We're gonna just turn those off. And we'll just warp around to... I want to warp very quickly. Must mean there's a burn coming up soon. Oh, that's why. We're already going down. Ooh, that could be an issue. No, we're going to disengage. We're going to just burn our engines. Hey, we're coming back in. That's what we're going to do. We're landing now. Grub, I'll be back on for more of these. I gotta go enjoy the docking, eh? Sounds good. Thanks, Grub. We'll see you later. About 5 hours. Like 4 to 5 more. Coming in for a landing here. When does Starship re-enter the other direction? We think it's going to re-enter this way because they'll want to do an entry burn to slow down. So it most likely will end this way and then end kind of this angle, not that angle, this angle, and then enter into a belly flop. So it'll come down and then belly flop and then pendulum. Maybe, but we don't fully know. Like, see here now, we should be able to belly flop, but Kerbal doesn't seem to like belly flopping. Right there. There's the belly flop. We'll find out in the orbital test, hopefully in just a couple of months. Oh, we're spinning around. Can we rotate over? Well, let us do that now. See there, that's what I think it'll do. It'll re-entry burn, and then it'll belly flop. And then these will have been shut off. You mean 20-something days, not months. Yes. Oh, they're not launching in 20 days. That's just the Raptors preparation. Come down. We say land somewhere. I would think that after it does its retrograde burn, it will switch before re-entering. That way it is more aerodynamically stable, but we'll see. It could do that. It could try to do another flip. But if we take how Falcon enters, it enters with the engine so that it can do that slowdown burn through entry to get through the heat and the stuff, it might do that. We might have a full flight plan around that. That is true. Hopefully we will have something. Again, we don't know where the ocean went tonight. So it says we should, like, that's supposed to be the water, but we don't see it. We're just making big splashes. See, it's there, but it doesn't show us that it's there. And then they splash down. This is likely what will happen with SN20. This might be a little bit of foreshadowing here, sorry. But look, the Raptors survived. And most importantly, look at this. The most important thing. We turn these on. Here's the crew. I don't know how to separate these. I think they're stuck attached. Those pieces of Starship think that they're whales. Or just straight up belly flops into the ocean. That's true too. There we go. Now there's that. And we can fire our engines and go for a ride. We can give belly flopping into the ocean a try here in a second. Ooh, no. No, no, oh, no. Trying to get us onto land. There we go. Land somewhere. The ocean landing might have been a better idea at this moment. Really hope this slows down. Like a lot. Gonna stop. We're gonna make it. Oh no. Slow down. That still would have been the coolest thing ever to see. Oh, well, maybe not landing like that, but like that. There. Oh. No. Oops. Whoops a daisies. Just keeping an eye out to see when they think they're going to do the docking here. They haven't released like a timeline super clearly. Hello, Marcus. Mm-hmm. Let's open just a starship. And I'm going to take a 30-second break here, and then I will be right back. Hazel, what kind of questions I need to comment? Any questions about anything space, space flight, space engineering, future space, STEM, science, technology, engineering, math? Maybe not math. Anything like that. I mean, you can ask anything. I am open to any questions. Does not mean I'm going to answer any question. But you can type whatever you want. Within reason. Were you guys thinking through some questions? I'm going to take a 60-second pause, and I will be right back. Once I find my button. Today or yesterday? And we are back. We don't want that view. We want this view, and we want it this way. There we go. But yeah, keep those questions coming in. We got a question here from Hazel. How NASA can control Perseverance from the Earth to Mars? Computers. Deep Space Network. Yeah, no. There is a delay. It's about 11 minutes each way, so 22 minutes round trip. So basically, it'd be no different than kind of sending a text message here on Earth, which generally speaking is instant. But like, let's say you were texting someone in New York and you were texting someone in Sydney, Australia, you could see that, you know, it might take a few seconds, up to a minute, depending on your net provider, to do that. So it's the same idea. NASA sends commands or protocols or updates or plans or whatever they need to Perseverance. And then Perseverance receives that about 11 minutes later. Most of the time, there is a small window of the year where the Earth and the Mars are on the other sides of the sun and we can't communicate. But they prepare for that. So they put everything in like a hibernate mode. And then Perseverance gets it. And then we'll send back a, hey, I received your message. And then if Perseverance has data to send back, it sends it back. And it kind of just goes, you know, back and forth that way. Now, if we wanted to send something to Ingenuity, we send it from Earth to Perseverance, and then Perseverance sends it to Ingenuity for it. But yeah, it's like not crazy difficult per se. It's no different than what we currently are doing with like Voyager or anything. It's nothing really new tech-wise. It's basically boiled down to if we can get a straight line of sight communication through the Deep Space Network, which is a bunch of satellites here on Earth and in space, then that'll be fine. But yeah, good question. Ooh, Discord has specifics. Oh, okay. At the closest, Earth and Mars are 3 light minutes. Wonder when that happens. I've never heard that fact. But at their furthest, they are 22 light minutes apart, which is very interesting. The fact that we launched Perseverance, but that would actually explain why when we launched Perseverance, 6 months later or 9 months later, it's at 11 minutes. That would actually make sense, because then that would continue expanding out to the 22 minutes, and then it's the same amount of time kind of back to the next launch window, because the next launch window is every like 26 months. So that would make sense. Currently, we're at 19 and a half minutes apart. Is that the round trip time then? So it's expanded quite a bit since Perseverance arrived then. I guess it has been 3-4 months, isn't it? No idea. Hmm. Hmm. Pat, what are you thinking? Sun or Mars? For which, sorry? We were talking about Mars. We don't have anything at the sun. We can't get close enough. We do have a solar probe, but I mean, it's not like actually that close. Earth is 8 light minutes from the sun. Wait, what? Say that again, Discord. That's so mean. Not where I took it. Golden Gamer, what are your opinions on the Pentagon UFO videos? I don't want to think about them. I think there's stuff that UFO means unidentified flying object. It just means we don't know what it is, or the person seeing it doesn't know what it is. So like someone like, and this is the funny part if we think about it, there are a lot of people in the world that'll see Starship flying and be like UFO. So they don't know what it is. There is stuff that I 100% guarantee there is stuff that militaries, American, Russian, Chinese, others have that we do not know about. We're not supposed to. We're civilians. I think a lot of those things are probably stuff that we don't know about, or one nation doesn't know about the other nation. If we can go and live on Mars and all this stuff, do we not think we can do some of the things? We have drones. Like, that's the one thing. So everyone talks about, oh, these things go, like every which direction. Has no one flown a drone? It's the same idea, just bigger. So I think a lot of it's hype, more so, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if anything ever comes from it. Do I think society's ready to know that there are aliens? Have you seen what has happened in the last 18 months? Can a plant do photosynthesis with other star, maybe a blue star? If it was the same star, yes. Same class star. If it was a different color star, it would be different from what I understand. But I have not dived into that too much. That's a good question, though. Does anyone in our Discord have... Ooh, that was just a little heavy. That was just a little heavy. Does anyone in Discord have a thoughts on that one? How can photosynthesis work on other planets? Other planets with other stars. But like a blue star. I don't think a blue. Right. Discord saying that it depends on the type of radiation. Also depends, obviously, on a lot of other things, like what nutrients in the ground and soil and all that stuff exists at the same place as well. But I don't think what we know as photosynthesis. That's why you said it. You just wanted me to say that. I don't think photosynthesis would work necessarily elsewhere, solely based on that idea. But that's our understanding of photosynthesis. That doesn't mean that there aren't other things that are similar. That is what we know. Why is UFO doesn't look like Starship? Because we don't have the technology right now to fly things in such way of like a standard UFO. Also, Starship looks cooler. Starship looks like actually a real thing. Like if you look at Enterprise or anything like that, yes, they have the large saucer segment, but they have the big, boosters to the side. They have the, the different things. So I think Starship's right on kind of that path. If you had a Starship go up and you could dock a Starship with like a bigger engine thing, and you just dock, I'm off screen, but like you've got a big engine and then like Starship comes in and attaches, and that's faster engines, maybe more living space. Maybe our version of an Enterprise. But have to see. Maybe other planets that don't even need photosynthesis. You're tongue-tying me tonight. Also just tired. Yes, it's absolutely possible that there are plants that don't need it, that we don't know. Starship looks like a shark. One of the early models would have, because of the 3 fins, but now that it's 2, sort of. I could see that. Now, someone had recommended earlier that I build electrons. So we're going to give that a try, and then we'll see if we have any more information on the launch, or the docking, and then we'll go from there. As is well known, our stars are made of hydrogen and helium. But how can a star be blue or white? Ooh, science. Again, depends on the heat, the radiation, the makeup of like the construction of the star. Lots of different things. Lots of things go into that. There is a Magic School Bus episode, and you probably never thought that that's where I was going to direct you, but I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. If you have it, it's in the original Magic School Bus, which I think is Netflix. Maybe Disney Plus. I'm not too sure. Just YouTube it. Magic School Bus, like Planet Stars. It's a good episode about that. Like Magic School Bus, like one of my shows when I was a kid. Learned so much on it. But it actually like breaks it down really well. About the different stars and how light and all that. There's actually not that many, episodes of Magic School Bus. I rewatched them like a few years ago. Still got stuff out of it. A little cheesier. But there's actually some still really good stuff in it. It explains stuff really clearly. David, what's up, bro? Hey, good to see you. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. We're just going to try and build a our version at least, of a electron rocket. Join our Discord. They just gave a really great answer about why. Ajit, hi, how's it going? Good to see you. David, loved that show, made learning fun. Yeah, it was just a good show. And they've remade it. Well, not remade it. They've continued it. So there's like the new generation of Magic School Bus. It's still all the same people, but it's Miss Frizzle's sister, I think it is, that took over. Not sure how I feel about that. But I watched it. It's not bad. It's new. So it's like new animation and it's new things like that. So that was interesting. Golden, congrats on getting 400 plus. Thanks, Golden. Yeah, it was exciting. I was not expecting that. We had over 400 on YouTube at one point, and then we had I think a couple dozen on Facebook at that point. But yeah, YouTube really was awesome today. Really a really nice stream day on YouTube. So thanks for that. Thanks for being here. We are slowly working on, let's see here. Mm-hmm. I don't have an all black fairing, so we could either do the black and orange, like gray and orange, or we could do silver, or we could do the black and white stripe. How are we feeling? Do we want to do like a white electron? That's what we could do. Let's do a white electron. And then we just need a little engine. Just a little one. What engine should we use? Anyone got that one? No, a little bit too big. Yeah, no job freedom. Not yet. No job freedom just yet. One day. But it makes it more fun. These are all way too big. Let's sort by size. They're very weak engines. Have a good night, Marcus. See ya. The past live stream was a success. Yeah, it was really good. Need an engine bell. We're going to build this, and then we're going to probably wrap up for the evening. We're going to try to build this and launch it. Where is it? Structural? Yes. I'm trying to remember. There, engine plate. That one's too big. So we need to have an engine plate then. How's that going to work if we don't have a small enough one? We have to just build an entirely slightly larger rocket. Maybe we end up what we're having to do. Okay, we're going to build a bigger scale electron rocket. Payload. Yeah. There we go. Need some fuel tanks. Hey Ajit, welcome to the Discord. Just trying to find the right size. There we go. Can I make it black though? No. I would like a black one. Hazel, are you a scientist? I wish. No, not a scientist. I've read a fair amount about science, watched a lot about science, but I am not a actual scientist. Not like educational. Hey Hazel, also welcome to the Discord. I think we're doing oh, that's not going to work though. We need to change our fairing. That needs to be straighter. Delete fairing. Build fairing. We just want to go there. That's what we wanted. There we go. Better. And we can go get one of these engine things. There we go. One. Then we can go back. think that might be kind of as close as we're going to get to a grayish white version of... I mean, we could match these probably just a little better with this overlay. That looks a little... It's not as smooth looking, but it works. Put a little bit of RCS on it. And maybe we'll just put something in it for deployment, just as like test. Put a little decoupler. And then let's see, do we have anything? Say and continue, see if we can have something. Not too bad, yeah. We should have a small satellite or something we might be able to drop in it. Maybe. Maybe like the survey sat. Oh, no. Definitely not the survey sat. That's a little too big. Might just have to send up a little like pod or something. Let's see here. Why the Kerbals look laggy? Is it lagging out a little bit? Could just be my computer being like, you've been streaming for like 24 hours. That in, we'll put a parachute on it. Because we try not to kill all of them Kerbals when we don't need to. There we go. Put a Kerbal in there. We're gonna put a scientist. There we go. And then we'll bring this down. We'll just do 2. There we go. Didn't you look some lag? Yeah, there's a little bit. Hazel, but not too bad. Graphics is the same. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find a better way to do the graphics. Some ways work really well, some ways do not. So we're working on a new streaming system that we can use, but we're still testing it. So I don't want to switch over to it before it is ready. Ooh, yay! YouTube approved our YouTube memberships. We can set those up for you guys. Had a few people talk about them. Probably finish those up tomorrow. The game's thinking. You guys see black. Now I see black. I still saw the builder for a while. And there we go. There's our little Rocket Lab-ish rocket. Oh, we did not check our staging. That's very bad. separate, engine activate. Fairing deploy. There we go. Let's give this a try. Are you play subatomic or below zero? I have not. I don't play a ton of games. I play like Kerbal, City Skyline. I used to play. I haven't played in a while. But no, space keeps me pretty busy. Don't exactly have a lot of extra time. This is almost more of a Falcon 9 than it is a Electron. This is more of a Neutron, actually. Shoot by our booster. Rob booster. Somewhere there should be two windows. There's the windows. Right now, all they can see is inside of fairing. There we go. We are in our there's our little capsule. Which we're going to tell it to try to land at the Cape or at Kerbal Space Center. We're going to use our second stage as our deorbit stage, and then we'll separate on our way down and then deploy our chute. We'll deploy our chute and then we'll separate. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. No space junk, and coming home. But now if we go in here, we can go up and we can look outside and there's the stars. Let's check our path. Yeah, it's looking good. And we make an artificial gravity. The theory of it makes sense. We know how we need to do it. Once we have Starship, that's going to open a lot more doors to do stuff like that. Because the biggest thing right now is we need big enough stuff to do it. Because you could do a small artificial gravity, but it wouldn't really make sense because it wouldn't be really livable. Because you need distance for the spin. So you need distance for the spin. But then you also need enough living space here to, 1, to be livable, but 2, to balance the gravity. Because the gravity obviously changes. So that's the other part. Is it something you're spinning up and slowing down frequently? Or is it something you're just starting and then you go for a mission and you rendezvous with Mars and then you slow it down? Is it something you have to open? Is it something you have to close? A whole bunch of things that open it. I think if anything, we'll see some sort of station do it. We could see a station that's maybe used for the journey, but like you'll dock a starship to an orbiting system, and then that will go with you. Something more like the Martian or Red Planet. If anyone watched Red Planet, I think it'll be like that. Yeah, Red Planet, they launched, they rendezvoused with a station, and then that took them to the Red Planet. And then they separated, went down, I believe. Been a while. I had to rewatch that movie. It's a good movie. It was one of my more teenage favorites. Even though it was very sciencey. But it was pre-Martian, so. We're going to land this, and that is going to do it for us tonight. So send in your last minute questions. We'll answer those if you have any. And we'll go from there. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. How does SpaceX land the Falcon 9? That is a very big question. I would say go check out their website, YouTube it. It could be something we could work on as a video for the future. It's a good question, but that's a much bigger question than something that I could answer in just a couple of minutes. But a lot of technology, a lot of autonomy, different things like that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, they survived. Try to stand up here. Here we go. When will SpaceX do a return to landing site? So they very rarely will do those again, unfortunately. It's something we won't see a lot of just for the type of payloads they're doing, for the inclinations. It's not saying we could never see it. They could get a contract or a commercial someone hiring them to launch something that would allow them to do that. But very rare. I don't think even any of the... Let me look here quickly. I'm not sure if any of the Falcon Heavy scheduled are returned to site either. Let me look. Let's see. We've got a few of them scheduled. None of them are saying just yet, but I do know a few of them were to have center cores that were expended completely. And then the side ones, a lot of the time, they're going to be moving and landing on their drone ships. We do know that, of course, I Still Love You is now on its way to California. We got a flash update coming about why that's happening and now that that is occurring. But we also know that the third drone ship, a shortfall of Gravitas, hopefully will be arriving on scene soon, because right now, just read the instructions, excuse me, is all by itself. So that slows down their launch cadence that they can do, frequency, because it takes so many days to get the booster in and off. They can do it pretty quick, but it's still a couple days. But yeah, that is going to do it for us here tonight, just short of that 2-hour mark, a little longer than we thought. But thanks for you guys that have hung out. A little bit of a quieter stream, but we've been live quite a bit for the last day with the ISS solar install and then China's launch, and then we have docking. We're probably going to do a update on that tomorrow rather than the live stream. I'm not seeing anything about them doing the live stream with any notice, so it might be something that they just go live and it's happening. But we'll see. And then we have the CRS, or the GPS mission tomorrow morning. That starts at 9 a.m. Pacific. So make sure you have subscribed and join us for that. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. Here at the Launchpad, we cover everything space flight, space engineering in the future of space. And this was our weekly Hangout, the landing pad. Thanks for joining us. This is Zach with the Launchpad.